Welcome back to the Sound for More channel. Today I have the pleasure to introduce you to YouCompose from Elstar and in particularly to the artificial intelligence Aimée. Before I continue, I would like to remind my viewers to subscribe as it helps with growing the channel. Thank you very much. Additionally, if you would like to participate in the giveaway, courtesy of course of Elstar, please do follow the instruction contained in the video description. Thank you again. So, YouCompose, well, it's great. It's AI powered, so it has a lot of genetic algorithms that you can use alongside these AI called Aimée. So the way it works is actually really simple. This is going to be a first tutorial, but I will record others, of course, in this series. And you can use the AI assistant to really harmonize actually melodies. You can ask the AI to actually create melodies and then harmonize them, or you can even ask the AI to create entire symphony, which is fantastic. When you come in and when you launch the application on your iOS device, it shows this screen which of course you see a lot of icons which are your compositions, and you can also go to the MIDI files imported, because yes, you can import also your MIDI files. You can go also to your deleted area. But here is where you see all your composition. Of course, you can order them by time, A to Z as well. You can do some maintenance here, and then you click on one. You decide, for example, if to delete it. And when you finish, of course, you click on done. And then you have this eye icon here, which gives you a lot of links to the user manual, which is really, really well done. And yeah, so I recommend that you read it or you follow through the tutorials, the series of tutorials. Now, when you click on one composition, then you can, for example, listen. You can, for example, get information, and here it gives you information of the file, the title, the composer, the main key, the output level, how many movements, bar, notes there are, the duration, then how many movements for each other movement. It tells you the main key, the title, the segments, the number of bars, and then the different parts, like as you can see here. And inside the movement, you can also split into different segments. As you can see, you have segment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc., etc. And you can also see it as a PDF, which is absolutely fantastic. You can see the composition, then the movement, then the part, and then the segment. You can decide the different level. Every time you want to come out from one screen, just click outside. And of course you can edit it. So you can click here on the pencil or pen, and you can edit it. And here you can see the different segments. And here you have typical controls like, for example, undo, redo. Here it's great. You can see also the score, which is great. You can see how detailed it is. You can have lyrics as well. It gives you a sign for dynamics, for the tempo, the changes in keys, legato, staccato. You can do very much what you like. And here you can see the different parts, which you can also select here, right? And back at the beginning, sound transport control, click play here. But the magic happens when you click here, harmonize. And there you are. It has created 3 different harmonies here for the other parts that you have selected based on the main part. So let's go back at the beginning and click play to listen. Is absolutely great. You can undo. He has a multiple level of undos, which is absolutely fantastic, because then, of course, you can go back into an instrument and change. So, for example, you can go into this instrument. You have more than 80 instruments. Like in this case, you choose first your categories. Then for each category, you can choose the instrument on the right side. So, for example, we say keyboard instrument. We say you want to have a piano. You can decide also the range for the piano, the MIDI output, of course, and the output level. And then when you have done, you can see this button when you make changes come up again to say you made some changes. Do you want to harmonize? Click on it, and it will harmonize again, and will keep into account the instrument that you have chosen, of course. And you can go on like that. Again, let's make it more obvious. Let's add, for example, why not, an organ there. And actually, let me undo it completely there. And we add an organ here. There it is. And then we reharmonize it again based on that tone wheel organ. And of course, you can go back up to the segment view, which is great. You can mute, solo the different instrument. Then you can expand this view where you can add other parts. You can swap them as well. And of course, you can choose one segment. You can edit there. You can see it's like a piano roll view, but you can go also to the score view, which is great. You can edit note. For example, you can click on one and then they ask you the option to move up and down by semitone, change the velocity, the length, etc. Or you can also add tones. You can transpose up and down. So there's a lot you can do. You can see it says the key here, G major, and of course click down when you finish. Up here you have also a movement manager, which I will explain as we go along, but you can create additional movement. You can export the audio, send it by email. It's great. You can export the MIDI file as well, which is fantastic. Here you have options for the application itself. You can give it a name, your preferred music style, classical, jazz, your chord name style, the interface, theme if you want it light or dark, for example, etc., etc. A lot of different options. Actually, I prefer it light in this case. But you can go to your composition settings, name, composition title. You can decide the part notation, scrolling device, etc. A lot of different option, any composition info, which we have already seen before. You can also go to a mixer, which is actually great. So you can adjust your panning, your different level. You can see option for MIDI and also reverb, which is absolutely great. And of course, when you finish, and let me undo this right to where it was at the beginning, you can click up here on the top left side to exit that. Of course, you can also create a new composition. So you click up here where it says plus, and you can say add new composition. And you can choose from an empty composition or a template. So for example, we can say create a classical 4 movements by Aimée. Click next. You can give it a title, select a composer, for example. And here are your different parts, which of course you can change. Click on that and then you can change the different part, or you leave them as default. Click next. You select the key as you prefer, major or minor, and then you say create symphony, and then there you go, it starts to create different segments in terms of the number of bars, the number of notes, and of course when you finish you can click save and load, and there it is, and now you can play it. So absolutely fantastic. You can spend hours and hours, and it's great to start to get you started with new ideas, right? But you can also click on plus sign, add a new composition, add an empty one as well. So we click next, and we just do it quickly, save and load. And when you've done that, you can click up here. You can say you can record a new one. So you can record, for example, your keyboard. Or you could say append new, and if you say append new, again, you have different options to select the keys, etc., as I explained earlier. But you have also this concept of advanced melody, where you can define all the different settings that Aimée will use to actually create your melody. You can also decide instrumentation, which I will explain in a later tutorial on how Aimée take instruction for harmonization, for example. But when you finish, click append, and you can see it has created a melody for you. Right, let's listen. And if you like it, then you can also harmonize it, of course, based on the number of parts, the instrument you have selected. And this is absolutely fantastic. Now, I don't know if you seen a moment ago, but you can choose the mood here. For example, you can say, let's go for sad, and let's make it a minor key, and then let's click append. Now we have a different type of melody. And now let's harmonize it again, and let's play. But you can also go inside specific parts like so, and then of course you can edit them. But what you can also do is go to the settings of the particular part, okay? And you can change, for example, the instrumentation in terms of how it will take instruction in terms of Aimée and create that harmonization. So, for example, let's say that I expand this part here, I add one part there, and I just say I want a brass, I want trumpet. Okay, perfect, and there it is. And now if you harmonize, you see it just set the tempo. But if you click on trumpet here, we go to style, instrumentation, and then let's add some additional ones. Let's add, I will explain these in upcoming tutorial, but let's click on create, and let's choose that single there. Perfect, click done, exit, harmonize, and there it is. So as you can see, it's very straightforward to add parts, change the way it harmonizes, but you can create melodies from scratch. And it has more than 80 instruments inside. So if you don't like a particular instrument, of course, you can change that. Click here. And then if you go up, select key instrument, you have grand piano, harpsichord, reed piano, FM piano, organs, guitar. You also have electric guitar, distorted as well, mandolin, bass. So you can decide to actually have a bass, for example, if that is what you prefer. You can remove all the parts and start again as harmonization, right? And you can hear now that there is an acoustic bass inside your composition. Okay. And the other thing as well, before I leave you for this first introductory tutorial and video, when you export it, it's exporting inside a folder on your iOS device, like your iPad, and it's very easy. You just go inside that folder, it's visible, and you can drag and drop. So you can drag and drop your MIDI file for importing it, but also you can drag and drop, for example, your exported audio inside another applications. I hope you enjoyed, and as always, see you next time. Bye.